So how to understand the customer's real need and help them pick a right solution or an option from your offering. Now let's use a couple of examples, one of a mobile phone purchase and a second one of, let's say, a SaaS CRM. And let's talk about two different ways of helping your customer narrowing down onto an option that's the best suitable for them. Now, it starts with understanding the need, of course. Now, let's look at an example of, so case one, let's look at, there's a customer, he or she comes in, um, you as a consultant or a sales guy ask the customer, what are they looking for? And they say they're looking for a cell phone. And you then ask them what in a cell phone is important for them. And this being a best case scenario, they really know what they're looking for. So they say, I'm looking for a cell phone with a better backup, certain storage capacity, let's say 512 GBs or 1 TB and above. And they're looking for a fantastic camera quality. And they probably even narrow down on the brand and they say, I'm looking something from Apple, right? Now this becomes a best case scenario, and you go back, you present to them a few of the Apple products. You let them choose between, let's talk about the latest case now, iPhone 13, 13 Pro, 13 Pro Max. You present them all the options, and then you probably ask them suddenly for the budget. Then you try and narrow down on the product that fits into your budget. Um, and that becomes the best case scenario. Now, essentially, what you tried here was you tried to understand what was the need, which was the cell phone, and what are they looking for in the cell phone, which was the actual need behind the purchase intent, and you were able to uncover that they were looking for an upgrade because they needed a better camera, needed larger storage space, and so on. And then you try to uncover the budget. You presented to them a couple of options. Let's say hypothetically, in this case, it's the iPhone 13 Pro and the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and you recommended them, what, dear customer, based on your requirement, iPhone 13 fits in all your check boxes. But then I would recommend you to go for iPhone 13 Pro Max so that from 3 years from now, it would still take care of your upcoming requirements and it would check the box, and you not necessarily have to go for an upgrade 3 years from now or before that. So if you were to just look at your requirement from today, iPhone 13 checks the box, right? If you want to be future proof, iPhone 13 Pro Max will check the box. And if you can stretch your budget by 20-25%, I would recommend you to go for that. Now, this becomes a best case scenario. Similarly, let's say in case of a CRM or a SaaS product, the customer comes in, you ask the customer what do they need, and you obviously know now they're looking for a CRM solution. And you ask the customer a little more behind what do they need in a CRM, and the customer is aware of, what, I have 200 salespeople, so I need 200 seats. And we need data migration. Our current data is in the tunes of anywhere between 10 TBs to about 20 TB, but we see that growing month on month for about a TB a month now. So we probably want about 100 TB or more in terms of storage and data migration capabilities. We need X, TBs or more in terms of cloud storage. And then we would probably need some integrations as well. We're using X marketing automation system. We're using Tableau as a reporting dashboard. So we need integrations. And this is my requirement, right? Now, you as a SaaS company, certainly, yes, they have a need for the CRM offering that you do, but which of the few different options that you have as a company would the customer fit into, right? Your basic plan might only be with 5 seats and nowhere close to the 200 seats that the customer needs. And your mid-tier plans might not really have the integrations and the kind of cloud storage that the customers are looking for. So you already know that the customer in this case fits into the premium plan that you have because they need the integrations that you offer, they need the largest cloud storage that you offer, they need the data migration on top of the core inherent need, which was the CRM, right? Now this becomes a best case scenario. Now, when you're able to understand from your customer what do they need and why do they need it, right? In each of these cases, they needed a cell phone, they needed a CRM system, but they needed a cell phone because they needed a better camera. They needed the CRM because they needed integrations, they needed larger storage space, and they needed X number of seats. Case two, right? We often deal with customers that certainly know what they need, but not necessarily always know why they need it or what are they looking for in the solution that they are seeking. Now, this might sound confusing. Let me explain to you with the same two examples that we went through. A customer comes in, you ask them what are they looking for. They say they need a cell phone. Either you don't do the job of digging in deeper and asking them why do you need a cell phone upgrade, what are you looking for in a cell phone, because you assumed, you already uncovered the need by knowing that they need a cell phone, right? Or you ask them what are they looking for in a cell phone and they sound a little confused. You know what, not really sure, I just need that, I just know that I need an upgrade. I'm not really sure what I need from a cell phone. I'm rather happy with the current phone that I have, but I feel I probably need an upgrade. Now at this point, how do you present the options that you have to the customer, and how do you help the customer pick the right offering, right? Likewise, in case of a CRM, the customer comes in with an inquiry, so you certainly know that the customer has a need for the CRM offering that you have, but either you didn't do the job of asking them why are they looking for a CRM, what solutions do they need from the CRM, what problems do the CRM need to solve for them, or when you ask them, they said, you know what, I really need a CRM system. We are not happy with the current system that we are on, and we're looking at changing, but I really don't know what to expect from it. And can you just tell us a little more about your system? At this point, you're left with just talking about features and benefits without actually knowing, are you really going to be solving the customer's problem? Now, how to deal with a situation like this? So in this case one was knowing why the customer need our solution or an offering, and then presenting to them options that would fit in their needs. In this case, since we do not know the problems that the customer is trying to solve or what do they need in our offerings, the other way to work this around is to understand what they do not need from what we are offering, and then narrow it down to a solution that fits in their requirement. Now this might sound confusing, let me break it for you. So case one, cell phone, you ask the customer what are they looking for, they really don't know. All they said was, you know what, I really know that I'm looking for an upgrade, but don't really know what I need from a cell phone. Now you would start with the best model that you have. You would come with the iPhone 13 Pro Max 1 TB and tell them, you know what, this has got the largest screen, this has got the best storage space a cell phone can have, and this is what it costs. And there's a next model, which is the iPhone 13. In these are the differences. This is what you would miss. And from what iPhone 13 Pro Max offers, can you tell me if there is anything that you don't need? And usually for the customers that do not know what are the things that they need, it's easier for them to identify what they don't need. They might come back and say, you know what, I don't really need 1 TB of space. I think I'm good with 512 GB. I probably don't need as large as a screen as 13 Pro Max. I think the 13 sounds right. So now you got the answer. The best offering for them is an iPhone 13 and not a 13 Pro Max. So that's how you would start at the top, identify what the customer do not need, work it backwards, and then settle down on a solution or an option that fits the customer's need. Now, in case of the CRM, since you do not know what in a CRM system is more crucial for the customer, you would start with the topmost tier that you have. You would tell them, you know what, our premium offering has X number of seats or plus X storage space on the cloud. It has integrations with the marketing automation systems and reporting systems and everything else that you can ask for. And which of these you probably don't need? And the customer might come back, you know what, I probably don't need integrations because I don't have a sophisticated marketing automation or a reporting dashboard. So even if you were to give me an integrated system, I don't see me being able to use it. So as long as I can upgrade from any of the options today that I would sign up with to the premium later on, I don't see me needing to start with the premium option today. And I don't really have as many seats as I could use either. Then you would go back to them with next plan that you have, you do the same. And this is what the next plan, one below the premium, offers. Does this fulfill everything, or is there something that you might not need from here as well? And if it happens that there are a couple of things that the customer don't need there, then you would move down to a smaller option. And that's how you would identify the sweet spot between what is the right option for the customer based on all the different tiers of offerings that you would have. So to sum it up, case one is a best case scenario where the customer comes in. Most of the times an inquiry is what the sales guy would assume as a need, in case, wanting a cell phone, wanting a CRM as a need. That's not the need. And you really need to understand, why do they need the cell phone, why do they need the CRM system? That's the actual need that you need to understand. And if you are able to understand it, you really know what option to be positioning to the customer, and how do you help them choose that genuinely. And in case you don't know that, which in reality, in most cases, most customers probably don't know what all do they need from the systems that they're looking to purchase. And in this case of a cell phone, they really don't know why they need an upgrade, but they need an upgrade. In case of a CRM, they want to migrate onto a new system. They're really not sure what all to expect from a new system. You would start from the topmost tier, work it backwards, have the customer uncheck the options that they do not need, which is usually easier for a customer that do not know what exactly to expect or what do they need from the solutions, and then work it backwards onto one option that fits into a right positioning for them. So don't confuse. When you have an inquiry coming in, just a customer telling that I need a cell phone, or I need a CRM is not the need. Why do they need it is the actual need. You really need to uncover it to be able to position your offering appropriately. If you're unable to uncover that, then you would start with your topmost tier. It's easier usually to have the customer tell you what they do not need in that case, then work it backwards. Thank you.